Hi there.
Hey,
Hi.
I like your background.
You do, huh? Yeah, I'm just over here by the reservoir. I thought I'd hang out here for a few minutes.
Yeah.
We're going to try take three of this. And I do a lot of stuff with my riding and racing with my friends, and I consider Christina a friend. I've met her back about 2 years ago at a Rocket 3 rally and noticed how fast she was. And I had originally planned to record her on this last trip, but her and her husband had to leave early. So I didn't get to do that. So I want to have this chat with you right now. So welcome aboard, Christina, hopefully for the third and final time. So you got a story
Yeah.
you're itching to tell?
Yeah, I got a story about the time I decided to take my 900-pound dirt bike through the Valley of the Gods.
All right. Well, let me get this started here. I'm going to do a short intro then. All right. Meerkat. Can you tell the folks just a little bit about your background in motorcycling?
Okay, I started riding about 17 years ago, and I was not young when I started. I was in my 30s, and I started out riding on a little Honda 350 XL as a dual sport bike,
Uh
and it didn't run very well because it was almost as old as I was. And so
huh.
I rode it long enough to get my endorsement, and then I moved up to a Honda Shadow, and
uh
several Honda Shadows later, I got my first Triumph. It was a Thunderbird 1700,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed that. I made a lot of modifications to it. I put a new air filter in it and exhaust, and I upgraded the suspension, and it
Right.
sounds really nice. My husband
Uh,
Ray rides it right now,
yeah.
and he
Well,
likes it.
I don't think I've ever seen it. I've seen your Rocket threes.
Uh-huh.
So
I'll send you a picture of that too.
all right. So in the bikes you currently have right now are what then?
I have the Rocket Roadster, and I
Uh,
have a Speed Triple. The Speed Triple I got when I discovered that the Thunderbird couldn't go very fast in the corners.
uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And then I also got a Thruxton R, a
Uh,
2017 Thruxton R.
what possessed you to get one of those bikes?
I I gave it a test drive and I really liked the way it pulled, so yeah, I
Yeah.
had to get it.
Yeah. Have you done any mods to your Thruxton R?
I put a Meerkat X pipe on it,
Yeah, and the
and that's it
Meerkat
so far.
does it. Meerkat, I really appreciate his work, and I don't know if you've seen a video I had on it with the switch. I think you did the
Mhm.
switching of the. He makes Norton style pea shooters,
Yes.
and uh, and Mr. Bill and I took a ride out, and I think they sound really good. I can't capture the sound quite like I want to, but I'm really impressed with what he does. So, so you ride the Rocket 3, and you ride, folks, she rides the wheels off the Rocket 3. Um, now, I think not only you're probably one of the best riders out there on the group. There's a group of fast riders. You're definitely in that group of fast riders. And unfortunately, this story's getting a little old, but unfortunately, I had planned on capturing Christina this time because in the ride before at Moab, I could not capture the ride because she's so far out in front of me. So she was never in frame. I get her at the stops, and that was about it. So this time I had a plan to do that, but they had to leave it a little early, and I didn't get the chance to do that. Next time I know you're going to come to a ride, I'll bring a faster bike and uh, and I'll ambush you again. Okay.
Good luck.
So you were telling me a story about you and some friends on that Moab ride taking some off road things with it with your bikes. Tell the folks about that.
Yeah, that's right. We were staying in Mexican Hat, and a few miles outside of Mexican Hat is a place called Moki Dugway, and it's a shortcut uh, from one highway to another, and it goes
Uh-huh.
up a cliff. It's pretty steep, and there's a lot of switchbacks, and it's very rocky.
Have any kind of consideration, maybe a 800 pound bike is not going to do well.
It's but parts of it are paved, but it's yeah, it's mostly dirt. And I decided to take my 900-pound dirt bike up there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's slow going. The switchbacks are a bit sketchy. And but I wasn't the only large bike up there. There were others. There's some Harleys up there. Crazy people.
Yeah.
And I made it to the top. I took some pictures, and I came down to the bottom, and I saw a sign that said this way to the Valley of the Gods. And I met up with a couple of guys in our group. There was Danny on his Honda. There was Sam on his Rocket.
Uh-huh.
And then there was Tony on his Goldwing. So we went through this 30, 40-mile road through the Valley of the Gods, and it's very scenic. It's not as steep as the
Uh-huh.
Moki Dugway, but it's all dirt. I wouldn't want to go in there with my uh, with with it wet, after a rainstorm,
Yeah.
because it would be pretty muddy.
And a
And
lot
I
of folks
definitely don't have the tires for that.
and a lot of folks would think you guys probably fell over once or twice during that thing. Did you?
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
No pictures of it. And if there's not a picture of it, it didn't happen, right?
That's right.
Well, and that's what I'd encourage people to come out and ride with the group of Rocket 3 riders. They come from all genres of bikes. Some of them come from Goldwing, some of them come from Harley, some of them come are Triumph, but most of the people really aren't necessarily Triumph people. They're Rocket 3 people. And one of these days when I grow up and I'm rich and I get a little cooler, I'm going to get one of these Rocket 3s too. So
I hope you do.
yeah, yeah. Then, but I won't be able to keep up with you for sure if I don't have something a little lighter, in the turns. But are you guys plan on doing? You said you were planning on another trip this summer?
Yeah, in September we plan on going to the Oyster Run in Anacortes, Washington.
Okay. And how far is that from where you're at right now?
About 1,000 miles.
Just around the block, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to come out? I got to mention that Christina and Ray came out in what was it, 2021 to Bonneville? Can you
Yes.
come out there? Yeah, I,
Yes.
I appreciate you guys coming out there and rooting me on
Yeah.
for the thing.
That's fun.
And hopefully we'll come out again maybe in 2023.
I definitely will,
So
because you're going to be riding. You're
yeah,
going to be riding Rob's Rob's Super Rocket.
yeah, I'm anxious to get there. In fact, today would be a year from today would be when I'd do the first ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not counting the days or anything, but I'd already had the first ride done. I have never ridden really a Rocket 3 in anger, so this will be a first time. I'd appreciate any pointers you could give me.
Keep the rubber side down.
Well, it's kind of hard to do that, but I have never had a bike that had that much horsepower out there. Like I said, this is kind of my channel. I do riding, racing, and with friends, and we talk and get to know each other. Christina makes up my 1% of the female subscribers I have, so I do appreciate that. Thank you very much, Christina. So I appreciate you taking this time to chat with me, and I'm glad the folks got to meet you, and hopefully I'll get some good video of you on your ride, and I'll see you and Ray out at Bonneville in 2023, and when we set a world record on this Rocket 3. Tell Ray hello, and I'll try to keep from bothering you.
All right,
All right, so this is a flat cap racer with Christina.
Christine.
Saying goodbye for today. All right.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye. Join me and my friends at Flat Cap Cafe Racer for riding and racing. Please subscribe.